49ers sac-hi Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
Next on 49ers sac-hi Sports, great action from all around the Bay Area. We have terrific football games with Pittsburgh battling California. Carlmont meets Half Moon Bay, and Tennyson takes on Mount Eden.
Thrilling volleyball highlights this week with Palo Alto hosting St. Francis, water polo with the girls from Sacred Heart Prep battling Mitty, and the story of the Bellarmine boys helping this team make it to the Little League World Series. It's all right now on 49ers sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers sac-hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week in San Francisco with the Sacred Heart Cathedral Fighting Irish and their Oregon-bound wideout Jerry Mixon.
The Irish hosting the 2-0 Burlingame Panthers this week. The Panthers featuring talented senior wideout Joey Naraki. The Irish and the Panthers meeting at Kezar Stadium Friday night.
The Sacred Heart Cathedral student section dancing to Party in the USA at Kezar Stadium. Great defense from the Fighting Irish early as John Murphy blocks the punt. Zahir Young picks up the loose ball, and Zahir will take it in for the score 7-0 SHC after one. Burlingame looking to answer back in the second, but the pass is tipped and picked off by R.L. Miller, and R.L. will scamper in for the touchdown. 14-0 Fighting Irish at the half. Sacred Heart Cathedral trying to add on in the second half. Give it to Jerry Mixon Jr. on the end around, and the Oregon-bound senior weaves through traffic and takes it inside the 40. Then a few plays later, Michael Patton keeps it himself and dives in for 6. PAT good, and it's 21-0 Sacred Heart Cathedral. More Fighting Irish offense later in the quarter as Mixon takes it in for the touchdown, 28-0 Sacred Heart. Burlingame gets on the board in the fourth. Give it to Sam Felton, who runs down the far sideline, and he is gone. 30 yards to pay dirt, and it's 28-7 Sacred Heart Cathedral. But the Fighting Irish answers back. Handed to Kendrick Sanders, who gets a block from Jordan Solafafatu, runs down the sideline and turns on the Jets. 71 yards to the house as Sacred Heart Cathedral improves to 2-1 on the season behind big games from Mixon and Sanders.
The Minutemen march into Grizzlies territory as San Lorenzo hosts Concord. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. The run game was established early for Concord as Monte Beam puts the Minutemen in the red zone. A few plays later, Beam again with the handoff. He's first stop but gets into the end zone with some second effort. 2-point conversion good, and it's 8-0 Concord. Later in the quarter, Beam was feeling ultralight, sheds off a tackle, and it takes 3 players to bring him down after a nice 25-yard run. 144 yards on the day for Beam, including this 10-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion is no good, and it's 14-0 after one. Mid-second, Concord looking to add to the lead when John Villatoro punches the ball out. Daniel Pareja falls on it, and it's Grizzlies ball. But in the ensuing possession, San Lorenzo looking for the deep pass when Concord's Isaac Schwartz says, "Thank you very much." Intercepts a pass, sees an open lane, runs towards the sideline, spins off a tackle, and gets taken down in the end zone. PAT good, Concord up by 23. The Minutemen added to the lead in the third. Beam with another red zone rushing touchdown. The senior was unstoppable. Minutemen get the win over the Grizzlies after a monster 4-touchdown day from Beam.
Undefeated San Ramon Valley hosting the 9-1 Foothill Falcons in their first league game of the season. Close games all night. Michaela Boulay into Paige Bennett, and she lays down the hammer. But San Ramon Valley right on them. Great block from Morgan Dates and Sophie Vella. Then Vella with the quick reflexes taps it back over. The Wolves will tie it up at 17. But Foothill takes back the lead. Catherine Salonga sets to Paige Bennett, and Bennett drills it down the line. The Falcons take game one 25-20. To the second, Emma Okuhara to the floor. Then Catherine Salonga cross court to Casey Burdick, and she unloads to the back corner for the point. But Foothill stays neck and neck with the Falcons. Morgan Dates to Audrey Ross, and oof! Just a rocket that can't be stopped from Ross to make it 20-20. But it's Foothill's set. Lulu Honegger to the hardwood. Falcons win the second set. Third set, the Wolves go on a run. Lucy Chertok fires the putback, and San Ramon Valley jumps out to a 10-2 lead early. But Foothill takes this one to Catherine Salonga, backwards to Casey Burdick, and she knocks it over, and it will fall for the final point. The Falcons win it in 3. Paige Bennett led the pack with 19 kills.
Adrian Soriano here in Los Gatos as the Wildcats take on Palo Alto. The Vikings would jump ahead early. Ivan Iserman fires and hits from long distance. But the Cats answer back. Santiago Jackson finds Liam Ambergi, and Liam shoots it past the keeper. Here come the Vikings on the other end. Brian Stewart over to Iserman, and Ivan passes to Julian Chow, who gets the backhand shot to go. 5-3 Pally after one. Second quarter now, and it's Will Backstrand passing inside to Chow, who slaps it past the keeper. 7-4 Vikings at the half. Los Gatos trying to rally back in the second half. Ambergi gets the loose ball and throws an absolute dart to the back of the net, but the Vikings would pull away from there. Stewart lobs it over to Backstrand, who shoots and scores for the goal. Then it's Julian Chow on the fast break, and Julian rockets home his 5th goal of the game as Palo Alto wins at 14-8. Chow and Iserman leading the charge for the victorious Vikings.
Each week, the Rikus Center helps us honor the Players of the Week.
The players announced in a wrap produced by the good folks at the Rikus Center. Here are this week's Gary Rikus Players of the Week.
Yeah. 49ers Cow High. Let's get it. Back with the stats, Cow High raps all the rave again. I promise. First off is JV and Thomas. Ain't no getting away from him, honestly. Obviously, getting touchdowns and interceptions, he's gotta be a problem for the long run. Strong gun, shot 165 yards, 19 bomb runs. Had a fumble recovery, what a story for the team captain. Winning it all for the Warriors. So how's it I walk out with that young prodigy? Milwaukee Smith on a shopping spree. Taking whatever he wants, 249 yards off another 19 bombs. But through the air now, that's a fighter jet. Coming back in the fourth, are they quiet yet? I think it's time to bet that yes, Smith has really got it. What's a hater gotta say besides? Switch the topic. Yeah. 49er Cow High. Gary Rikus. Players of the week. Nice.
U.S. Bank presents the Coach of the Week each week.
Here's 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk with this week's announcement.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk, here to announce this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week. This week's award goes to Christopher High School football head coach Darren Yaffe. The Cougars picked up their second win of the season against the Piedmont Hill Pirates. With a dominant performance, the Cougars made a statement through the air and on the ground in the 51-9 victory. Coach Yaffe will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations to Coach Yaffe, this week's 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
There are two main types of ankle sprains, low and high. Let's look at the difference. Low ankle sprains are the typical basketball inversion sprain that injures the front and outside of the ankle, as seen here, leading to injury of the anterior talofibular and calcaneofibular ligaments. Although it may get quite swollen, they have excellent healing potential. With rest, ice, and bracing, most of these athletes are able to get back to play within days to weeks. High ankle sprains, on the other hand, are a different animal and commonly caused by an eversion and external rotation force that affects the ligaments connecting the two leg bones, the tibia and the fibula. Although they might only have a little bit of swelling, they are associated with significant pain with weight bearing and push-off. A cast boot is often helpful for the first 1 to 2 weeks, and these can often take 6 to 8 weeks before return to play.
Coming up, our NCS SunPower Electric game as Pittsburgh takes on California.
And Carlmont heads to Pumpkin Country to take on Half Moon Bay as 49ers Cal High Sports continues.
The Cornerstone program at the Rikus Center is a multifaceted athletic performance program for college-bound and collegiate athletes. Cornerstone training focuses on high-level lifting, explosive strength training, and sport-specific movements. Speed training, 3D metrics with Proteus. Athletic movements, power and strength training. all done with experienced performance coaches. Got goals? Come to the Rika Center.
Yeah, let's redo the basement.
Hello, home movie theater.
Spare bedroom.
Why not both? Use the U.S. Bank mobile app to apply for a home improvement loan. It's easy.
Wonderful, Alex.
Hey, that's what U.S. Bank is for. Anything else?
How about a loan for a bigger car?
Our family is growing.
Oh.
Yeah, my brother's moving in with his 5 dogs.
Oh.
Hey-o!
And we're expecting.
Expecting what?
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together.
For nearly half a century, DevCon Construction has helped build the dreams of Bay Area schools. DevCon Construction buildings and fields are the foundation for many of our finest schools. The exceptional quality of our finished product is a big reason why we are ranked as the largest builder in Silicon Valley. The quality is what keeps our customers satisfied and wanting to use DevCon for their future projects. DevCon Construction, building our communities from schools to stadiums. Nearly half a century of quality service and a history of success.
49ers Cal-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By SunPower Electric, proud partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stanford Medicine, #1 in Northern California in orthopedics. By Service Champions, High Five Service, Champion Attitude, Service Champions. By Mattress Firm, the official sleep partner of the San Francisco 49ers. By Stevens Creek Chevrolet, find new roads. And by the Rika Center, where goals and dreams become a reality.
Last week we featured the 2 top recruits for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Jaden Rashada and Rasheed Williams, and they're off to a fast start with a 2-0 record.
The Pirates traveling to San Ramon to take on the 2-0 California Grizzlies. 2 great teams meeting Friday night in our NCS SunPower Electric game. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
Electric game.
Our NCS SunPower Electric game features 2 dynamic teams who are looking to keep their winning streaks alive, Pittsburgh and California. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, there's a lot of talent on this roster, and it all starts with 4-star quarterback Jaden Rashada. The Miami commit is off to a hot start, throwing for over 400 yards with 5 touchdowns. And for the Grizzlies, there's a lot to love about Devin Love. This phenomenal running back is dangerous in the backfield, scoring 5 total touchdowns in his first 2 games. And on defense, look for #4 to get a lot of playing time in the secondary. It's 2-0 Pittsburgh taking on 2-0 California in our NCS SunPower Electric game. Marley Alcantara getting the start under center, and this young man looks sharp. Here he connects with Kenyon Higgins for a 20-yard touchdown. 2-point try, no good. 6-0 Pirates. More pit in the first. Alcantara on a 5-step drop, going through his progressions and finds Kai Taylor for a 19-yard touchdown. Pittsburgh up 13-0 after 1. But California cuts the deficit the 6th, second quarter. Jaden Macedo delivers a beautiful ball to Shane Frankenberger for a 14-yard score, 13-7 Pitt. Pittsburgh changes quarterbacks looking to extend its lead, but Sadie Abdul Kareem gets the strip sack, and Sione Higano falls on top of the rock to come up with the takeaway. But the other Jaden quarterback named Jaden Rashada responds as the senior takes a shot to the end zone and finds Oregon State bound senior Zach Card for a 20-yard score. Pittsburgh up 20-7 at the half. Third quarter, Pirates up 27-7, but the Grizzlies keep clawing as Macedo rolls right, keeps the play alive, and finds Stavi Boris for a California touchdown. PAT good. Cal now trailing 27-13, but Pittsburgh held its ground from the very start and never looked back. Rashada uncorks one down the field and hits Kai Taylor in stride, and yeah, he's loose. 208 receiving yards with 2 touchdowns for the 6'2" senior as Pittsburgh moves to 3-0 on the season, beating California 34-14. Jaden Rashada leading the charge with 3 touchdown passes. This is what he had to say after the game.
I want to give a big shout out to the O-line because they really stepped up, and they had been these last 3 weeks. They just stepped up, as leaders, and I'm proud of those dudes, man.
In San Ramon with the NCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers Cal-Hi Sports.
The Half Moon Bay Band entertaining the pre-game crowd. This game was all offense all the time. Half Moon Bay on the opening drive. Liam Harrington throws to Kai Zanetti over the middle, leading to the first touchdown of the game, 8-0 Cougars. Carmont comes right back. Jack Wiesinger tossing it into the end zone, and they're making a terrific catch as Luke Muggy. Luke's happy, the Scots trailing by just 1. Back and forth all night long. Harrington looks one way, throws another, and this is part of a huge night for PJ Modena, who scores from 12 yards out. But we're just getting started. started. Wiesinger hands on the reverse to Trevor Johnson, and Trevor goes far side and just does get in. 15-14 Half Moon Bay. Second quarter, the Cougars changed to the veer, and that worked well. Here's Modena punching his way in, 21-14. Third quarter now, and the Cougars extend their lead, and again it's Modena up the gut, 25 yards, and Half Moon Bay leads at 29-14. This end around working well for the Scots. This time it's Austin Lee racing in, 25 yards. It's 35-21 Half Moon Bay. The Scots inch closer as Wiesinger continues his fine night, hitting Elliot Weinman over the middle, leading to another score. It's 35-18. But the Cougar ground game could not be stopped. Here's Owen Miller from 12 yards out. It's 41-28. The Scots get within one score again as Wiesinger goes deep into the end zone. A pretty touch pass to Trevor Johnson, but the Cougars could not be stopped as Peter Valdez carries the pumpkin, and Half Moon Bay wins it 49-35. A big game on the ground for P.J. Modena.
Let's go to Newark now as Newark Memorial takes on Irvington. Adrian Soriano with the highlights. The Vikings looking good early. Caitlin Johnson over to Gabriella Curry, then right back to Johnson for the finish. But Newark Memorial will take set one. Angela Augustine to Crystal Inoue to Kiara Taimani, who spikes it to the hardwood. The Cougars win it 25-19. Irvington comes right back in set two. Maya Fontana bumps to Curry, who sets it back to Fontana for the kill as the Vikings win set two 25-20. On to set three now, and Malia Navarro bumps it. Inoue sets it, and Adaya Navarro crushes it as Newark Memorial takes set three 25-17. The Cougars trying to end it in set four. Malia Navarro to Inoue to Adaya Navarro for the kill, but the Vikings rally back. Fontana over to Curry, and Gabriella sets it up perfectly for a Kriti Dandemudi kill. Now it's Fontana with the dig, Curry again with the set, and Mehab Vidiri puts it away as Irvington wins set 4, 26-24 to 4 set 5. Irvington keeps the momentum going into set 5. Fontana to Curry to Vidiri again for the finish. Match point now for the Vikings, and Brianna too gets the ace to end it as Irvington wins it in 5 sets to go to 2-0 in the Mission Valley League.
Service Champions is the champion when it comes to HVAC sales and championship service.
This week's Service Champion Student Spotlight is Kira Dodd from Los Gatos. Kira is a senior on the Wildcats volleyball team. Off the court, Kira is involved in her leadership club, where she's a member of the advertising committee. Kira Dodd in the Service Champion Spotlight this week. Stevens Creek Chevrolet brings us the Spirit Corner every week.
This celebrates the great work done by Spirit squads all around the Bay Area. This week, we bring you the cheer team from Wilcox.
The taste of the next time on 1, 2, 3, not only you and me, got 180 degrees around in between. I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not my though, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Even when we're up against the wall, you get me in a crazy position. If you want your mission,
Coming up, we'll see Tennyson star Tayshawn Lyons and his Lancers battling Mount Eden.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric volleyball poll.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
Kids these days, they're curious, kind, and resilient. A generation of givers and doers, kids these days are redefining what it means to show their true colors and shine bright. That's why at Clover the Rainbow, we're committed to providing families with nutritious, organic, American Humane certified smoothies. And now, organic lactose-free whole milk and organic DHA omega-3 plus choline milk. Clover the Rainbow, power your brilliance.
From the beginning, Meriwest Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Meriwest worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Meriwest works for me.
Put our premier savings account to work for you, now paying up to 25 times the national average. West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together.
Join us on the ice for the Bay Area's hottest sport. High school ice hockey leagues are forming now for the upcoming season. Be part of this fast-moving, hard-hitting, crazy, exciting game. You can join as part of your high school team or sign up to be assigned to a team. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations all around the Bay Area. Jump in anytime and join your friends on the ice. Be a part of Bay Area high school hockey. Contact Sharks Ice for more details and get into the game today.
We are the Sarah Padres! And you're watching the 49ers Cal-Hi Sports!
We are back with action from Mount Eden High School, where the Monarchs come into this home game with a 1-0 record. Running back Jasiri Johnson running for 123 yards in their opening night win.
Mount Eden will try and stop super talented wideout and cornerback Tayshawn Lyons, who is being recruited by everyone. The 2-0 Lancers taking on Mount Eden Friday night.
Ivan Garcia here in Hayward for the Battle of the Stack as Mount Eden hosts Tennyson. Midway through the first, Lancers already up 6-0. Jordan Hernandez throws a jump ball to Tayshawn Lyons, who makes an incredible catch, sidesteps a defender, and Lyons is gone. The 60-yard touchdown makes it 12-0 at the end of one. Early second, Monarchs now down 20-0. Jasiri Johnson looks to give the team a spark and goes beast mode, shedding off tackles like it's no big deal. Drive would stall deep in Lancers territory though. Tennyson facing a 4th and 6 on its own 23-yard line. Lancers decide to go for it and it pays off. Hernandez to a wide open Lions and he shows off that speed on his way to the house. Lions had over 200 yards in the first half alone. A few minutes into the third, Lancers again in the red zone. This time Hernandez connects with Jamar Brown, who dives into the end zone, and after a successful 2-point conversion, the Lancers go up by 34. Later in the quarter, score now 34-6. Lyons was not done feasting on the defense. He gets the short pass, jukes out some defenders, and accelerates his way into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the night. A school record-breaking 293 receiving yards for the 4-star wideout. Tennyson gets the big win over Mount Eden after superstar performances from Hernandez and Lyons.
Back to Los Gatos now as the Wildcats take on Palo Alto. Adrian Soriano here with the highlights. The Cats get on the board right away. Carly Frangie finds Abby Lockman, and the junior fires it home 1-0. Pally keeping it close early. Grace Henderson passes to Gigi Henry, and Gigi hits from long distance. But the Cats answer back. Carly Frangie swims past everybody, and Carly shoots and scores for the goal. 5-1 Wildcats after one. The Vikings get one back in the second. Henderson fights off her defender and lobs it over the keeper. 5-3 Los Gatos at halftime. Palo Alto still on the rally train in the second half. Henderson passing inside to Grace Gormley, who finds the back of the net, but the Wildcats take over from there. Carissa Elliott over to Julia Ernsting, who spins past her defender and rockets it home. Now it's Ernsting to Frangie to Ella Ralston, who gets one of her 3 goals of the game as Los Gatos wins it 12-5 behind big games from Ralston and Frangie.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Jack Johnson is here now with the heartwarming story of 2 high schoolers helping out a very special Little League.
Yes, guys, it was the chance of a lifetime for these Challenger Little League players, helped by 2 Bellarmine students. These Little Leaguers got to play at the Little League World Series. Sunday morning Little League baseball practice is a common sight, but this practice at Cambrian Park Little League is significant. It's a scrimmage for an exceptional team from the Challenger Division of Cambrian Little League. The team has 12 athletes with physical and intellectual challenges. This year, this team has an exceptional opportunity.
We were selected along with a team from Ohio, from all the Challenger teams in the world, to play an exhibition game at the 2022 World Series.
This Challenger team is the first ever from San Jose to be selected, and any team needs coaches. Providing their baseball expertise are 2 Bellarmine varsity players, known as buddies around here. Connor Johnstone and Christian Reese started helping as a way to fulfill community service hours, but it soon developed into something much more.
It was for community service for school at Bellarmine,
but we eventually started coming out more and we like made connections with the kids and it just became more like special.
These kids are just so amazing, you know. I've been playing baseball for so long. I love coaching and I just love being out here with these kids.
On this Sunday, the Challenger team is in a practice scrimmage with a Cambrian Little League Majors team. A few years ago, Johnstone represented the Majors side, an experience leaving a lasting impression.
It was a little eye-opening because not every kid could play baseball like we could, and I thought that it was very special that we could like make a connection and help them play.
For this team, you don't keep score and stats aren't tallied. Victory is presented in terms of making friends and having fun.
The best that I like about this is making friends with all my teammates.
The goal of this practice is to prepare the team for the game they'll play in Williamsport, but more importantly, it's to enjoy an opportunity.
I think it's so special that we were chosen to play. The most important thing is just for the kids is just to have fun. You know, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Born without femur bones, Myers has taught himself to pitch with the accuracy of a Little League All-Star. Like many kids, he dreamed of playing at the Little League World Series. Now, he will.
Something that I've always dreamed of ever since I was just a little kid, and I'm really, really excited.
On August 27th, the dream was realized. The Cambrian Challenger team took the field in Williamsport to participate in the Challenger exhibition game. And right with them were Johnstone and Reese, on a ride capturing the compassion of their community service.
I just like being with the kids and like having a connection. Like we're able to laugh with them and able to make jokes, and they're really fun kids.
Like in practice, there was no keeping score in Williamsport, just the victory of being here. Each of these players face unique and challenging obstacles in their daily lives, but the Challenger team is evidence baseball can be a great equalizer.
To me, right now, this is just athletes playing baseball. They're no different than any other athlete playing baseball. This is self-serving for me. It brings me joy. So that's why I continue to come back out year after year.
Playing in a World Series is anyone's dream. For these amazing players and their coaches, it is a dream come true.
It was a great experience for the two Bellarmine buddies to travel with the team. Everyone had a great time, and it was definitely an experience they will all never forget.
Yeah, and so great that they do that, and everyone involved with helping those kids out. It's just fantastic.
And so many huge smiles, too.
That's right. Thank you, Jack. Mary West Credit Union honors teachers every week with the Mary West Merit Award.
This week, Amelia Kopp from the Mountain View volleyball team honors her favorite teacher, Jeff Panos.
So my favorite teacher was my AP Environmental Science teacher last year. His name is Mr. Panos. He was kind of the light of a lot of my dark days last year as a junior. I thought he has a really energetic spirit, and I really enjoyed his class and the things that I learned in AP Environmental Science. I think it closely relates to my work at the American Cancer Society, and so I got to learn a lot about the environment and why it's important to preserve it, and he's a really great teacher who loves what he does. So I really liked him as a teacher.
Coming up, our Mattress Firm Perfect Match with great CCS volleyball action. It's St. Francis and Palo Alto next.
And Fremont High from Oakland battles Northgate as 49ers Cal-Hi Sports, presented by U.S. Bank, rolls along.
Everyone can learn. Sometimes it's the teacher who makes all the difference. At Math Enrichment, we use only top-rated credentialed teachers. Our fully accredited WASC schools allow you to move up to advanced classes in high school and get high school credit. Math Enrichment has fun, recreational activities helping to make your math experience a joy. You can learn even advanced math, and we can help make it happen. Sign up at mathenrichment.net or at one of our many Bay Area locations. Use the Cal-Hi promo code for the best possible price.
Young Tommy was born a champion and always up for a challenge. He pursued the patience, persistence, and problem-solving skills he still uses today at Service Champions. We're now offering $88 AC tune-ups with a free water heater safety inspection. High-five service, champion attitude. Your comfort is a puzzle that Service Champions will solve. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Brought your baseball glove to basketball practice, but turned out to be football practice? game on, junk sleep. During Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700. Plus, a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase. You can't put a price on good sleep, but it's better on sale. Mattress Firm.
'49ers Cal-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Lexus of Stevens Creek, we get it. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. By Sharks Eyes, the official practice facility of the San Jose Sharks and home of the San Jose Barracuda. By Mary West Credit Union, working for you today, tomorrow, together. By DevCon, build, perform, design, sustain. And by Math Enrichment. Learn, achieve, have fun.
Each week, Mattress Firm helps us find a great match on the field or court, just like they try and find a great match for you and a mattress. This week, it's a terrific matchup in volleyball with St. Francis and Palo Alto.
The Vikings come in with a 7-1 record. The Lancers at 5-0. It's our Mattress Firm perfect match played at Palo Alto on Tuesday night.
The St. Francis Lancers, fresh off a Spike Fest championship, ready to take on Palo Alto. The Lancers as hot as the outside temperature early. Aaron Curtis to Havana Hope, deep to Taylor Williams with a rocket winner. Great Lancer D as they put up the double block with Sammy Franco putting up a roof. Palo Alto fighting back. Great save on the Curtis blast by Jess Watanabe. Sophie Mai sets Mina Lee Wong, who rips it off the block. But the Lancers take the first. Whitney Wallace to Hoft, who is headed to Loyola Marymount next year. A nice set to Sacha Tauma for the first set win. Second set tied early. The Lancers go Williams to Hoft, outside to Curtis, and the outstanding junior paints the baseline. This one goes off the double block to Curtis to Hoft. That's a pretty back set to Katie Carroll, and the senior southpaw gets the winner. More Lancer D, and it's the middle block, Tauma. And she's just having a great time, and her teammates thought, well, that was pretty nice. Woof. Look at the great dig here as Wallace gets it to Hoft, to Naya Cacao, and over. Great play, but Palo Alto is unfazed as Watanabe passes to Hannah Ruan, to Sophie Pan off the block for the Vikings point. Lancers up 2-0 in the third. It's off the net, but a great save by Hoft over to Curtis, and that's a Lancer point. Now watch closely here as Wallace dives and gets the pancake. It goes to Finau Tongamoa, to Cacao, and over. The Vikings end up putting it into the net as the Lancers take this one 3-0. We talked with Lancers outstanding libero Whitney Wallace about the team's success so far.
I think this year we're just coming in and just having a great attitude to everything. We have a great team this year. Everyone's really connected. I think we just have good mojo going to every game.
Broncos country welcoming the Fremont Tigers for Friday Night Lights. First drive of the game for the Broncos, but the pass is going to be picked by Jamario Smith in the red zone. A big play for the Fremont Tigers to end the Broncos drive there. Still in the first, handed to Broncos junior Ben Hostler, who picks up a new set of downs, and that would set up kicker Jack Lejeune for a 37-yard field goal. 3-0 Northgate Broncos. Second quarter, the Broncos driving again. John Pelletier connects with Jake Berger, and that play sets up Lejeune one more time, this one from 32 yards out. 6-0 Broncos. Fremont looking to get on the board just before the half, but Bo Molinelli comes in with a leaping interception. 6-0 Broncos hold on to the lead at the break. Third quarter, inside handoff on the reverse to Emilio Pucci, who gets the first down. Then you get the idea. Here's Lejeune again, his third field goal of the night, a 36-yarder, 9-0 Broncos, a third and long for Fremont. But again, the Bronco D comes up big as it's deflected by Luke Foster and picked by R.J. Anderson as the Broncos win a low-scoring battle as Anderson with a nice return there. Northgate improving to 3-0 on the season. A big game for Pelletier, the Northgate quarterback.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award each week, celebrating young people who donate their time to do good work in their communities.
This week's Volunteer Award goes to Wesley Slavin of Tamalpais High School. Wesley spent 6 years volunteering at Family House, which provides housing and support for children with life-threatening illnesses and their families. Some of Wesley's many responsibilities include helping families move in and assembling gift bags for Family House guests. She talks about the best part of volunteering with this supportive community of people.
I love volunteering because I help spread the love. We live in a gorgeous place, so showing people that we're in an awesome place and helping put a smile on their faces is really important.
Gallo Salami salutes top athletes looking to play beyond high school.
This week's Gallo Salami Big Salami is Tennyson's Tayshawn Lyons. Tayshawn is being recruited by lots of top Division I schools, including several from the Pac-12. The 6'2", four-star recruit visiting Washington over the summer.
Coming up to San Jose as Willow Glen hosts Pioneer.
And Archie Williams takes on Carondelet on the hardwood. You're watching 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank. We are back at Levi Stadium with the Pioneer Mustangs off to a terrific start at 2-0 with Gage Hauser throwing for 412 yards in 2 games.
Yeah, he's really good. The Mustangs playing a Thursday night game this week against Willow Glen. The Rams are led by talented running back Cooper Nixon. Here's Willow Glen hosting Pioneer. Our good friend Phil Beltran and his crew getting set for Pioneer and Willow Glen. The Mustang D, ferocious all night long. This is Ryan Given forcing the fumble, pouncing on it, and driving ahead a bit is Araya Tavakol, and the Mustangs take over. A short time later, hand it to Dom Hernandez, who takes it down to the 2-yard line. And then give it to Jesse Herrera, who is stopped short of the end zone but gets a little help from his friends. And Jesse is in 7-0 Pioneer in the first. Second quarter, and the Mustangs come with a heavy dose of the sophomore Herrera as Jesse busts through the hole for a Pioneer first down. Stangs in the red zone as Herrera dances in for his second TD of the half. It's 14-0 Pioneer. Willow Glen driving later in the second as Cedeno Chavez fires to Taggart Severson, who makes a terrific spinning catch. The Rams drive stalls, but Willow Glen, the defense coming up big here as the pass is picked by Severson, and a nice return there. Still 14-0 Pioneer in the second half, and again it's Herrera busting through a big hole. Props to the offensive line there as Herrera gets down to the 43-yard line. And that leads to this Giovanni Barajas 32-yard field goal as the Mustangs remain unbeaten, going to 3-0 on the season. A big game for Herrera and the Mustang defense.
The Carondelet Cougars are ready to battle unbeaten Archie Williams. Jake Vanderbrook with the highlights. First set, Cougars on the move. Olivia Kropp bumps it over the Mina Kasirjan, and the freshman drops the hammer for one of her 7 kills in the contest. Little hot potato near the net as Felicity Brown blocks the kill attempt. Cougars keep the rally alive, but Brown takes advantage of the overpass and says, "Here, take the ball." Great awareness there by the freshman, but the Cougars respond as Lauren Otis delivers a behind-the-back pass to Marina Miller, who tools it off the block for the point. Cougars take set 1, 25-18. Archie Williams looking to get into a groove in the second set. Reese Frazier sends a pass to the outside, and Phoebe Gallon rips it off the double team. Moments later, Lindsey Jones bumps a beautiful ball to Elsa Snipes, and the Arizona State-bound senior delivers a snipe near the back line for the point. But Carondelet storms back as Lauren Otis feeds a pass to Isabella Ehrlich, who crushes this ball to the hardwood. Cougars take set 2, 25-22. More Carondelet in the third set, and more Ehrlich as the sophomore comes away with the ferocious block. One of the sophomores' 3 blocks in the contest, and to put the nail in the coffin, Tina Musco bumps it over to Shelby Santos, and the senior rips it off the defender. Carondelet hands Archie Williams its first loss of the season, winning this match 3-0.
Math Enrichment is the Bay Area leader in quality tutoring to help you become a Scholar Athlete.
So Math Enrichment brings us the Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Landon Hurd from Los Gatos High School. Landon is great on the Cats football team and also in the classroom with a 4.2 GPA.
Albany's Construction is back with us again this year, presenting the Dirty Work play.
This is a play showing the type of grit and determination exemplified by all the folks at Albany's Construction. This week's Dirty Work play goes to Karsten Christensen from Las Lomas. Carson using his face to make a brilliant save. Carson Christensen doing the dirty work and using his head just like Albany's construction. Coming up, our CCS SunPower Electric game as Lincoln hosts Aragon.
And the Sacred Heart Prep Gators hop in the pool against Midi as 49ers Cal-Hi Sports presented by U.S. Bank rolls along.
This tiny payment thing is a giant pain. Hi, ladies. Alex from U.S. Bank. Can she help? How about a comprehensive point-of-sale system that can track inventory, manage schedules, and customize orders? That's what U.S. Bank Business Essentials is for. What about a new oven? Can U.S. Bank help us there? We can serve loans in as fast as 12 minutes. That would be a big help. Huge. Jumbo. Ginormous. Woo! Woo!
Finding ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. We'll get there together.
The Rika Center's Community Service Program in Menlo Park provides a unique opportunity for you to gain valuable leadership and life skills while working in a diverse and exciting environment. Whether you're looking to complete school service hours, gain relevant experience for a job or college, or immerse yourself in all the Rika Center has to offer, our Community Service Program gives you the opportunity to engage your community, make meaningful human connections, and learn new skills in athletic fitness, creative arts, and nature awareness. Got goals? Come to the Rika Center.
1, 2, 3.
Get ready to cheer for your next new or used car at Stevens Creek Chevrolet.
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're ready to make your buying experience safe and easy. Come to our dealership to see and test drive one of hundreds of great Chevrolet cars and trucks. Or you can go online to shop, order, and have your new car delivered right to your door. So get fired up for a great deal right here at
Stevens Creek Chevrolet!
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. Our CCS SunPower Electric game has two undefeated teams looking to keep their perfect records intact.
the Aragon Dons, scoring 41 points in their opening win, then last week won a nail-biter 7-6. Lincoln, meantime, had a tight opening week win and scored 56 in their win last week. It's this week's CCS SunPower Electric game. Our Adrian Soriano was there.
Electric game.
Both Aragon and Lincoln love to run the ball, so expect this game to be a ground and pound type of game. Some key players to watch from both teams. For Lincoln, it's dual threat quarterback Taden Phillips, who has 477 total yards and 6 touchdowns for the Lions. Meanwhile, for Aragon, watch out for Lloyd Walter, who has 186 total yards and 2 touchdowns for the Dons this season. Two undefeated teams squaring off in our CCS SunPower Electric game. Aragon on offense to start the game. Lloyd Walter gets the handoff and runs it all the way to the 30-yard line. The Dons punch it in a few plays later, 7-0 Aragon. But the Lions battle back, handed to Azaria Safani for the touchdown. PAT no good, and it's 7-6 Dons in the lead. Lincoln looking for more, but the deep pass is picked off by Eric Laguna. Still 7-6 Aragon Dons after 1. The Lions trying to drive down the field in the second, but Lloyd Walter gets to the quarterback for the sack. He's a pretty good defensive player too. Lincoln would get the ball back later in the quarter, and Taden Phillips calls his own number and scampers into the end zone. 2-point conversion, no good, and it's 12-7 Lincoln Lions at the half. Third quarter now, and it's Phillips with the QB keeper, and Taden turns on the Jets! 70 yards to the house as the Lincoln Lions take a 19-7 lead. But the Dons respond with some razzle-dazzle. Sean Hickey tosses to Lloyd Walter, and Lloyd heaves it down the field for Lucas Peschke, who hauls it in for a 55-yard gain. The Dons get a field goal a short time later. It's 19-10 Lions. Then the Aragon defense gets a big stop as Ryan Galliano forces the fumble. Kitione Penny gets the loose ball, and Aragon is back in business. Now it's Walter punching it in from 8 yards out to cut the deficit to just 2. Aragon gets the ball back later in the quarter and give it to who else? Lloyd Walter, who finds a seam up the middle, and there he goes, sprinting all the way inside the 15-yard line. The Dons would take the lead here as Cole Smith drills a 35-yard field goal through the uprights, and it's 20-19 Aragon. But Lincoln fights back, give it to Santiago Espinoza, who runs down the sideline, 33 yards to pay dirt as the Lions regain the lead, 25-20 after 3. Aragon retakes the lead in the fourth. Amaziah Taniello finds the end zone for 6. 2-point conversion good, and it's 28-25 Aragon. Lincoln answers back later in the quarter. It's Taden again with the keeper, and Taden scampers in for his third TD of the night, 32-28 Lions. Lincoln trying to ice the game late, and Taden keeps it himself one more time for the first down as the Lions win at 32-28. Here's Taden Phillips after the game.
We knew it was going to be a very tough opponent. You know, they're huge. I mean, way bigger than us. So we said we got to keep going every down, play every drive like it's your last, and, you know, just keep going. No matter what the score was, keep going. 0-0. That was the mentality.
In San Jose with the CCS SunPower Electric game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal-Hi Sports.
Another great water polo team at Sacred Heart Prep this season.
The girls talking about their season so far with our Jake Vanderbrook at the Rica Center this week.
We are here at the Rica Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here are the girls, Sacred Heart Prep girls water polo team. Make some noise! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna start off with Natalia Sherba. What is it like being a sophomore and playing a huge role for this Gator squad?
There's no really big role. I think we're really just trying to focus being a team, and I think that's where we're getting all of this success. Last year, I had the entire team behind me, and as a freshman, that's pretty incredible. This year, I'm hoping to do it for everyone else, and I know for a fact they're going to do it back to me, which is, I'm just so excited for that.
And we got another returning sophomore, that is Megan Newby. What are the expectations for this squad for this upcoming season?
Honestly, I think we've already obviously had some opportunities throughout this season in the summer to kind of come together as a team and figure out our strengths and weaknesses. And I think just throughout the rest of the season, learning how to come together and support each other is going to be the biggest thing. Figuring out more about how we can make each other excel and succeed is just going to be really cool, and I'm really excited.
And finally, over to Pedrin Gillette, who's a senior. What are you going to miss the most playing water polo for the Gators throughout your high school career?
My teammates, I love them so much, and this team throughout my freshman through senior year has been such a big part of my high school experience and all of my friendships, and all of my closest friends have come from this team. And so I'm going to miss spending every single day and every single afternoon and many, many early mornings with these wonderful, wonderful young ladies.
And we're going to show you highlights of Sacred Heart Prep taking on Midi coming up next. But ladies, take us out with a cheer. All right, let's take a trip down 280 for this match. First quarter, Gators threatening early. Margaret Brandon lobs a pass over to Natalia Sherba, and the sophomore skips this ball behind the net to put the Gators up 1-0. Later in the first, Midi down by 4, battle for the loose ball near the cage, and Gracie Imrisik wins the battle and finds the back of the net for a Monarchs goal. SHP tacked on 2 more goals to make it 6-1 after 1. Sacred Heart Prep pulling away in the second quarter, and Megan Newby is swimming away from the Midi defenders as the sophomore rockets it home for one of her 2 goals in the contest. Gators leading 8-2 at the half. Third quarter, Midi looking to get into a groove, and Resick passes it over to Alexandra Gibbs, and the senior goes top shelf for a Monarchs goal. Great shot there, but it was all SHP in this one. Brandon pitches it to Charlotte Summy, and number 7 shoots and scores. Sacred Heart Prep picks up a road win in its season opener, beating Midi 16-6. Sherba and Summy lighting up the stat sheet, scoring a combined 10 goals for the Gators.
Coming up, it's Los Altos taking on Hillsdale.
But first, here is this week's Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for football. We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with 2 1-1 teams battling this week as the Hillsdale Knights take on Los Altos. Hillsdale has quarterback Liam Smith, who has thrown for 338 yards in 2 games this season.
The Fighting Knights meeting a Los Altos team coming off a tight loss last week. Hillsdale and Los Altos on Friday night.
Rowdy crowd at Hillsdale as the Knights host the Los Altos Eagles. Jack Johnson with the highlights. Let's start in a scoreless game early second quarter. Knights have the ball, but not for much longer. Rafael Archie forces it out, and Drew Rafferty jumps on top. First and goal Eagles. And they waste no time as Ben Bacci bangs his way in for the touchdown. 6-0 lead for the Eagles. Next drive, the Knights have it, and it's Luke Nessel charging forward and in for the Knights' first score. 7-6 Knights mid-second quarter. Still in the second, and the Knights' offense starts to heat up. It's Liam Smith to Jackson Sierra, and Sierra climbs the mountain for a spectacular catch. Knights lead 14-6 at the half. Third quarter, and the Eagles down by 8, looking to draw closer. It must be Christmas because Noah Beadon delivered that down the chimney to Drew Rafferty, and it's 14-12. They decide to go for two, but it's picked off by Elliott Regan, and it remains a 2-point game. Now after a 47-yard punt from Eric Waugh, the Eagles are pinned in their own territory, and the Knights defense doesn't let them off the mat. A safety makes it 16-12 in the fourth. Now laid fourth, same score, and the fourth down attempt to ice this game doesn't work as Nessel is stopped short, and a last-ditch effort for the Eagles. Can they pull off a comeback drive? Well, we'll never know. Regan with another interception. You can lock the door, turn the lights out. Knights win and improve to 2-1 on the season.
The Harker School helps us honor the people who mentor the high school stars we feature each week.
That's right. Here's Pittsburgh quarterback Jaden Rashada talking about his dad.
You know, I know who played a huge role was my dad, he'd do anything to make sure I was in the position I am today. And it was always just me not wanting to let him down. So my dad helped me out a lot throughout this whole process. And, man, it takes a village, so I don't even want to point one dude out, but my dad's helped a whole lot.
Brought to you by the Harker School. Last week, Harker Lower School art students were visited by artist Bandana Argawal, who taught the students about Madhubani art, a style of painting originating in the Mithila region of the Indian subcontinent, known for its striking geometrical patterns. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week we show you the Be Happy play.
This week's Be Happy play goes to Brianna 2 for the Irvington Vikings, gets the ace to win it, and the Vikings were all very happy about it in this week's DGDG Be Happy play. Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikes Center.
My name is Jack Harrell. I play quarterback at Hamilton College in upstate New York, and I want to give the Rikes Center a huge shout out for building community and helping me become a stronger, faster, more physical athlete. And I am very excited to announce Cal High Sports Training Tip of the Week.
I'm Andrew Havili. This week's training tip is a retrograde treadmill. This is great for ACL prevention, knee stability, all that stuff. Cole's going to step on, start backpedaling. It's going to be slow incline. You can do this on any treadmill. All you're looking for is the tracking of the knee, the foot, and the hip. Make sure nothing twists or turns in.
Service by Medallion brings us the play of the week each week.
We will show you some contenders and then name the play we thought was the best of the best.
Of the week. We start with RJ Anderson from Northgate getting the pick off the bounce from his teammate Luke Foster. Here's Whitney Wallace from St. Francis with a brilliant pancake. Here's Deshaun Lyons from Tennyson, a couple jukes, then blazing speed for the touchdown. But the play of the week goes to Julian Chow from Palo Alto. Julian gets the backhand shot to go. Let's see it in slow-mo. Julian Chow, you just won the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that's our show for this week. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Stay right there and tuned in for 49ers sac-hi Sports for the best in Sacramento high school sports. We will show you Acalanes taking on Sheldon. 49ers sac-hi Sports starts right now.